I hope you enjoyed these beautiful slow motion shots taken of cars going through Eiskurve of Nürburgring Nordschleife. Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our track walk series where we walk the Nürburgring Nordschleife and point you out interesting reference points, histories, etc. So as mentioned, we are now already at Eiskurve. Check out the videos in the video description in case you missed the previous series. And the first reference point that we're going to show you is this 4, and actually 04 of Schalke, or 04, the German football club. The end of the 4 is a nice turning point towards the left curbstone, because it's actually a very late apex turn and very high grip with lots of bumps that make these so-called tripoding pictures or even videos possible of the cars going through it. And going to the left curb, and then you can run wide towards, or actually even over the right curb before going towards Pflanzgarten, one of the most exciting sections of the track. By the way, one more final thing: if you decide to walk the track yourself during off-season and its closing times, leave your dog at home, because there are lots of crashed parts and also broken glass from the crashes, and you do not want to... Well, I mean, I don't need to explain what can happen with your dog's paw. Just a friendly advice from one dog owner to another. Because I would have loved to bring mine on this trip. But luckily there are also plenty of paths alongside the track that you can use. And also watch out when you're walking, because even off-season there can be cars driving on track for whatever reason. After Eschbach, you proceed towards Pflanzgarten. And a nice reference point is this disabled parking spot. No, it's just a joke, it's just a random graffiti. A good reference point is the Marshal Post 169. This FIA fence indicates that marshals do need protection because it's an ideal trajectory for the cars that are coming over Eschbach towards here to position themselves for Pflanzgarten. So from here towards the left curb, right curb, left curb, and straight line braking, let go, jump, and brake again and turn in. I do need to mention that last year a marshal passed away here during the qualifying race, and I would like to thank many of you people who have donated to the family of the marshal and also to our creators fund, so to say, that allowed us to create the 24 hours of Nürburgring video, and the remaining proceeds we also donated to the family. So thank you very much for that one more time. And hopefully we can do something beautiful again this year. But yeah, very exciting section other than the recent sad history of it. And I guess images will show you more than 1,000 words. No jump. Well, what was you think? Oh wow, ring tractor. That's definitely not going to jump. Another jump. Well, it didn't, but it's still quite a big send. He's going off track there, otherwise it would be a very weird line. What I wanted to ask, what do you think was our best jump this year? I would say Supra and 996 MR. The key with this section to get it right, don't try it obviously because I told you to, but the secret of it actually have a nice jump is you brake before, which, well, settles the car, and you let go, and then it will, well, not unsettle, but it will, what's it called, decompress your suspension, and at the exactly right moment it will launch your car over this small jump or slash elevation change, and then you need to brake again before proceeding into the right-hander towards Pflanzgarten 2. The approach to Pflanzgarten 2, however, is quite technical, especially since it is a blind crest. The ideal, I would say, position is to aim towards the middle of the track, to then slowly proceed to the left curbstone and then run wide towards the right rumble strip that we will see in a... I rarely see cars running wide enough to go actually on the rumble strip, but it is there for you to use it. But more importantly, use it as a reference point for turn-in, because it looks straight, but there's actually blind turn-in downhill to the left. And a good reference point is actually the end of the rumble strip that you will see in a second. There's even a white dot that is being used as indicator mark by driving schools. Yep, there it is. And it's the turning point towards the left curb over there, the blind left curb. And then keep on turning left. You have to actually visualize with your head the bottom left curbstone, because it's a proceeding turn-in, and it's a very spectacular spot for videos and pictures, for race cars in particular, such as GT3 Cup cars, the 992 Porsches, 991 as well, and other cars that go fast enough to actually catch sideways air. So, and then as mentioned, you would aim towards the left curbstone, because that is your ideal position in the bottom, and hopefully you can see how much of elevation change there is and what it does to the cars, of course, once you drive here fast enough. It's quite tricky, quite challenging, but a very exciting section. Look at that, from the bottom the height difference is even more impressive, especially when you're standing here and filming the race cars jumping sideways as mentioned during one of the races. The end of the curbstone is, by the way, also a nice reference point to turn in towards the right curb, where you will be entering a blind and challenging got a bit distracted there. Blind and challenging Stefan Bellof S, which was previously called Pflanzgarten 3 unofficially, because it's the third time that your car can get some air, a bit sideways as well. And after a while, you will be going through Schwalbenschwanz, which means the swallow's tail, because apparently from out of the air it should look like a swallow's tail. I tried looking at it multiple times, I do not see a swallow's tail, but maybe you can see it. And eventually you will arrive at the mini carousel, but this is something that we will cover in our next and the last episode of this year's Nürburgring Nordschleife track walk. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one in a couple of days time probably. Until then, maybe tomorrow another onboard or a how-to or everyday Nürburgring content. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you then. Bye bye.